TRC Media Studies Unit G321 Task 3 Music Magazine Industry Research. So first of all, we're going to have a look at a conglomerate, and this conglomerate will be Boyer Media Group. So what magazines does Boyer produce? They produce Q, Mojo and also Kerrang. So let's have a look at these in a bit more detail. So, Q is a magazine that appeals to the young and old music fan. They focus on lots of music genres so that they can make it more mainstream. They feature artists from various decades like Take That, OMD, loads of different music bands. So next up we've got Mojo. Mojo is a magazine that is targeted for the older generation. They focus on rock, but mainly classic rock. This magazine is quite niche as it focuses only on one category of music that is quite small. After that we've got Kerrang. Kerrang is a magazine that is aimed towards the younger generation. They focus on punk and rock music. This magazine is also quite a niche magazine, but it is very popular as it is produced every week, which makes it more up to date. So an in-depth analysis of Kerrang. So Kerrang is a weekly magazine that is produced by Boyer Media Group. They specialise in punk and rock music, and their target market is 19 to 30-year-olds. This means that they have to make the magazine suitable for the younger generation of music listeners, and they have to make their magazine stand out to that generation. Kerrang is the biggest weekly music magazine in the world. This means that they have a lot of readers for the magazine, and hence they need to keep the magazine relevant and exciting so that they can remain the biggest weekly magazine in the world. Also, because Kerrang is a weekly magazine, it can feature more up-to-date and relevant information than, say, Q, because it is published weekly and can feature current gig listings or news that will be relevant. Because Kerrang is a UK-based magazine, they sell a lot of issues abroad because they cover British bands, but they also cover US bands, so this means that the magazine is popular abroad. So we're going to have a look at synergy now with Kerrang. So first off, we've got the magazine. The magazine is the main part of Kerrang synergy. The magazine has all of the relevant information that the reader needs. This is what's started off the Kerrang brand and what has led to them being as successful as they are. So, Kerrang Radio. Kerrang Radio is a digital radio station. It is a big part of Kerrang's brand as it showcases the bands and artists that appear in the magazine. This means that the radio station will suit the readers of the magazine as it plays their genre of music. So next up we've got Kerrang Online. Kerrang has got lots of different things online. For example, you can read the latest magazine, read the latest news and also read about the biggest artists. This makes it easy for the audience to get hold of latest news because it is tailored for them for their musical tastes. So next up we've got Kerrang Awards. The Kerrang Awards is an award ceremony that they host. It showcases the best bands or artists that are popular and awards them. The bands who win the award will have more attention as they have won an award, so people will start to listen to them. So Kerrang Tour. Kerrang Tour is a tour that goes around the country showcasing the bands that they feature on their magazine. This means that the readers of the magazine will be interested in seeing the bands as they are on the front cover of the magazine. Kerrang Podcasts. Kerrang Podcasts is an online podcast where bands or artists talk to the presenters about their latest tours or new songs. This means that the bands or artists are promoting their tour or material so people will go and see them or buy their album. Next up we've got Kerrang TV. Kerrang TV is a TV channel that plays music videos and broadcasts exclusive interviews of bands. Their TV channel is a good place for the bands to promote their material so that the audience will go and purchase that album or go to their tours. So next up we've got independent publishers, so this is Future Publishing. So what magazines do Future produce? They produce Guitarist, Music Radar and Future Music. Guitarist is a magazine that is targeted at the acoustic guitar enthusiast. They focus on reviews, interviews and guitar techniques. This magazine is niche because it covers a small sector of musical tastes. Music Radar is a website that is targeted at amateur musicians. They focus on various people like drummers, keyboard players and DJs. It is mainstream because it focuses on more than one instrument. Future Music is a magazine that is targeted towards composers specifically using electronic equipment. This is a niche magazine and it is aimed at people with technical knowledge of making music using electronic equipment. So they also produce computer music, total guitar and rhythm. Computer Music is a magazine that is aimed towards computer composers. They focus on digital music on computers. This magazine is very niche because there is a small number of people who make computer music. Total Guitar is targeted towards guitar enthusiasts, mainly focusing on teaching how to play the guitar, covering different music genres like rock, punk and metal. This is a niche magazine because it isn't aimed at the general public. Rhythm is a magazine that is targeted towards percussionists, focusing on interviews, tutorials and gear. This is a mainstream magazine as it has different features that a percussionist would be interested in. So, in-depth analysis. Computer Music is a monthly magazine that is aimed towards musicians who use computer equipment to produce music. This magazine is a very niche magazine because it focuses on a small minority that produce music using computers. Its target audience is people who are aged between 25 and 35 because this is the average age of computer musicians. Because of the nature of the magazine, it only needs to be a monthly magazine due to it being a niche magazine. Also, they provide a free CD with their magazine containing samples and free trials of software that the reader can use. The magazine also talks about the latest equipment that will be used by the readers of the magazine. So now, Synergy. We're looking at Music Radar for this instance. So the website. The website is the main part of Music Radar Synergy. This is where all of Future Music magazines come together. People can find out more information from their magazine on their website. Social media. Social media is another big part of Music Radar Synergy. This is because they can put information on there for the readers to look at, and because it is social media, it will pop up on people's phones so they can look at it from anywhere. YouTube channel. YouTube is another big part of Music Radar Synergy. This is because they can post any kind of video from upcoming bands to how to create one. They can also link to other people's videos that they think are worthy of watching. That's it, that was Music Magazine Industry Research for TRC Media Studies Unit G321 Task 3.